Hey guys, alright, so I am back to do a update video on my transition. Yesterday, on Friday, March 11th, was my 2-month anniversary, if you will, of transitioning to a vegan lifestyle. January 11th was when I started a juice cleanse, and I kind of want to start with just a weigh-in, if you will. I have notes on my phone just because I wanted to cover certain things and make sure I didn't forget anything, but yeah, we'll start out with a weigh-in. So when I started the cleanse, where did it go? When I started my cleanse on January 11th, I weighed 133.6 pounds. And just for reference, I am 5 foot tall. I have a petite frame, but I have bigger bones. I have more of a athletic build. I found this website, I'll link it down below, but it's where you measure your wrists and maybe another part of your body, maybe your neck, I can't remember, but I use my wrist because it's easiest. You measure your wrist, put in your weight, or put in your height, and I think if you're male or female, and it'll let you know based on your shape or, all that, what your ideal weight should be. 133 was a little over, I do know that, so I was a little overweight, which, is fine. I'm 26 years old. My body's been changing forever. I was always very super skinny all throughout high school, and once I got out of high school, I gained a little more weight, and I actually like my body better at 133 than I did at 108. So I'm fine with 133. But I knew I didn't feel at my prime, so that's why I did a juice cleanse. So 2 months ago I was 133.6. And then at the end of my juice cleanse, I only did 3 days. On January 13th, I weighed on January 14th, I weighed 129.8. So that's quite a bit of weight to lose in just 3 days. So I was pleased with that. And then on January 29th, I took some measurements just because I was curious. Also, I did weigh myself at 125.6, so a little more weight loss there. My hips measured at 34 inches, my waist 32. My body fat was 26% and my BMI at 25. On February 11th, that was actually my birthday, that marked my 1-month transition, and I was at 124.6. Hips were still 34. My waist, somehow, I was measuring half an inch more, which is fine. But body fat is still 26, BMI is still 25. On February 22nd was my lowest that I saw, I believe, on the scale. It was at 123.6. And then I measured my thighs as well, just because I noticed that my clothes were starting to fit looser, especially my pants. So I just was interested to see where my thighs were. And my thighs were at 19.5 inches, which is nice, I guess. I don't know what a normal thigh measurement is, but... And my hips grew a little, 35 inches, even though that's my lowest weight. Can't tell you why there. Waist was at 32 again, and body fat and BMI were the same. So yeah. And then now I weighed myself, this morning I was at 124.3. So I fluctuate from 123 to 124, and sometimes 125 if my bowels weren't as large, if you will. But yeah, so that's my weigh-in. Yeah, and I just noticed that, my pants and my jeans just have been fitting looser. Also, I have a note here that says at the end of the day, I usually weigh around 127, so I gain about a few pounds during the day just from eating and water and all that. Not sure if you're interested, but there you go. So overall, how do I feel? Overall, I have pretty good energy. Prior to this, I had pretty decent energy. I didn't really need coffee a lot. If anything, I'd probably have like 3 cups of coffee in a week. So that's not a lot compared to a lot of people. And I really don't think I drink it for energy so much than just taste. So for coffee for me now, I still go to Starbucks every now and then with like my coworkers, but I'll get a decaf coffee with coconut milk instead of regular milk. Or creamer, and with some hazelnut. So that's really yummy. Back to my notes. And so I'm really focused as well. I'm not as scatterbrained. I can get to work and just jump in and just crank out all my email, like look through all the emails, and by like, I get to work around 7:20ish in the morning, and by 8 o'clock, I'm all caught up and ready to start like fresh with whatever news to come. So my focus is pretty good, and I just really love carbs. I've been really loving that I can eat pasta and rice and all that stuff, and I'm maintaining my weight, or maybe sometimes even losing a little weight. So I love that. Speaking of food, what do I eat in a day? Talking about calories, I try to get around 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. Primarily more carbs than fat and protein. I'm really more focused on the fat aspect because I do not have a gallbladder. I had it removed a few years ago because I had gallstones, and which is funny because typically people that have gallstones are overweight, you know, like not just a little overweight like I was, like pretty like obese, if you will, middle-aged, which I'm not middle-aged, so I didn't really fit the profile, but I heard it could also be genetic. I know my grandma had to get hers out and her sister had to get hers out, so I'm gonna attribute it to that, as well as I just ate so much fat. Like, I was the king or queen of fast food. I would eat McDonald's, Portillo's, Burger King, Taco Bell, like just all of it, and I didn't care. So those were the repercussions of that diet. I no longer have all of my body parts. Well, you know what I mean. Anyways, alright, sorry, my battery cut out, so I'm gonna start talking about what I usually eat in a day. So typically on my ride to work, I try to drink a whole Camelback water bottles. It's about 25 ounces. So I try to drink one of those because I'm really bad at like getting all my water in. So if I don't drink any more water, at least I got that in the beginning of the day. I also take my vitamin B or vitamin D and vitamin B12 supplements in the morning. So, and then after that, I usually will finish that around 7:20ish when I get to work, and around 8 o'clock I will have a green juice, and it's consists of like cucumber, kale, celery, oranges, pineapple, and ginger. So I drink about 16 ounces of that, and then around 10 o'clock I will have a fruit smoothie. So like with bananas and berries, or bananas and pineapple and mango with, I'll try to put some flaxseed in there as well, and like almond milk or coconut milk, and I usually add spinach just to get some more greens in there. And then around noon I will have lunch. It will be a high carb cooked lunch, so I'm not raw till 4. I would say, I guess, raw till noon or raw till whenever. So it's usually leftovers from the night before, or just leftovers I have in the fridge. And then sometimes I'll have a snack when I get home around 5:30. Gary doesn't get home until 8:20ish on a normal day, like from Monday to Friday, because that's just his hours. The shop is open from 11 to 8, so yeah. So I will get hungry when I get home, so I'll have a snack. Usually it'll be like some veggie chips or something like that, something not particularly very healthy, so oops, oh well. And then for dinner I will have another high carb meal like pasta or some rice or something like that. So that's a typical day for me. I've done 2 what I eat in a day videos if you want to see those for more detail, but I'll probably do what I eat in a day about once a week, just so you guys can see what I'm eating. Continuing with food, favorite recipes. So Papa John's. So these aren't really recipes, I guess it'd just be favorite food or meals. Papa John's pizza. I just found out not too long ago that their garlic sauce is vegan. It's soy-based rather than dairy-based. So that's freaking awesome because I love their garlic sauce. I'm a big garlic person. I love savory things. I don't have a big sweet tooth. So when I found that out, I was all over it. And then you can order online. Obviously, I just do no cheese, and I just put on all the veggies I want, and it's amazing. So love those, and they always have coupons. Always. I don't think I've ever paid for I don't think I've ever paid full price for Papa John's ever. So look out for those coupons online. Another one favorite is ramen stir fry, and I say fry because I don't really fry anything. It's just ramen noodles. I don't use the seasoning packet. I make my own seasoning. I'll link all these recipes and more info down below for you guys, but yeah, I just ramen the noodles and I mix up vegetables and toss it together with some like soy sauce and all that other stuff, and it's amazing. And I also really liked the General Tso's chicken that I made from High Carb Hannah. It's one of her recipes. So good, made with cauliflower, so really good. I've also been liking falafel wraps. I bought some instant falafel, if you will, from Cermak, which is a ethnic food store or grocery store in my area, and it's really good. And I put that on a wrap with some other stuff on it, with hummus and some garlic sauce, and it's really good. I've also been really liking potato wedges. If I don't have a craving for anything and I don't know what I want for dinner, a lot of times I'll just keep it simple and just make some potato wedges. So potato wedges with barbecue sauce and ketchup and stuff like that for dipping I find really yummy. And also I make this really light pasta where it's any type of pasta, tomatoes, spinach, red onion, garlic, and I will mix it with like red wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, and then a little pasta sauce. And I don't remember if I said tomatoes, but big chunks of tomatoes, and just mix it all up, and it's really good. So those have been my favorite foods or meals. Moving on to fitness. The first month and a half I really didn't do much. Well, that's a lie. I started doing this thing where I do 40 squats every time I brush my teeth. So that's 80 squats a day, once in the morning, once at night. And I do it like, so you have 4 quadrants in your mouth. I do 10 squats per quadrant. And I've been doing it since like the beginning of the year, and it's been working out well. I've noticed my butt's nice and toned, and my thighs and my lower abs have been getting a little flatter because of it. So it's a nice little habit that I've incorporated. I do it most mornings and nights, so that's nice. And then the past 2 weeks I've started going to my gym again and getting on the bike or the trainer and going on that for about 30 minutes or 6 miles. I try to do 6 miles. It's usually around like 32 minutes when I hit the 6 mile mark. So that's only just the past 2 weeks. I really want to keep doing it. I want to go to the gym maybe around like 3 times a week doing that. And I also might incorporate a little more strength training for my upper body, because I notice I'm doing a lot for my lower body with the squats and the bike, but not so much for my upper body. So maybe lifting some weights a little bit from upper body just to round it all out. And then lastly, just some other notes. I do still cook a little meat for Gary because he's not a vegan or trying to be whole foods plant-based, but he is open to it. When I make pasta, I used to do pasta with meat, with like turkey meat. Now I just do regular pasta with no meat, and we can eat the same meal. But I only have to buy meat maybe like 2 or 3 times a month because it'll just last. I'll just freeze it, and so yeah, that's easy. I do track my meals every few weeks just on chronometer because I want to make sure I'm getting enough nutrients. When I do the green smoothie or the green juice with the green smoothie and the 2 bigger carb meals, I hit everything I pretty much need to. Also, I calculated if I had like a bagel or more like carby things instead of so much fruit, I would also pretty much hit all of my macros and my micros. So that was pretty cool. But I do track it every few weeks just to make sure I'm still on track and I'm getting everything I need. Like I said, I do have a hard time drinking 8 cups of water, so I'm still working on that. So that's just gonna be a constant battle.
Fall asleep while driving home from work. Cars go back to work. But yes, this is something that has been ongoing. This is even before this whole food plant-based diet. Ooh, there he goes.
Okay, I think he's done. So yes, falling asleep at the wheel on my way home. I'm just gonna keep going. This is something, I have a 45-minute commute home from work, and I eat a lot in the morning and up till lunch, and then all of a sudden after lunch from 1 to 5:30 I don't eat anything really. So I think I'm low on energy, so I think I need to carb the fuck up, if you will, and eat something. So what I'm gonna try doing the next like few months or whatever, or right away, is bringing a snack with me to eat on my way home. One, I'll be eating, so I don't think I can fall asleep while eating and driving. That'd be crazy. Two, I'll be getting more energy from the food to get me home safely. So I'm gonna try that out, and I'll report back next month, and I'll let you know how that's going. But that is a concern: safety and health. I'm low on energy. So, and then another last tidbit is groceries. So our groceries have gone down quite a bit since I've switched over to a vegan lifestyle or diet. I also changed where we were shopping, so that might have a lot to do with it, but on a weekly basis it's around $60, give or take a few, a week for us. That's for me and Gary. Like I said, buying meat, I don't have to buy it as often as I used to and as much as I used to, so that's really great. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, how much it costs to be on this type of lifestyle, it's about $60 a month. I go to a ethnic grocery store. It's a really, really big grocery store, and their produce section is huge, and it's very, very affordable. Now, they don't have any organic options, but at this time, I'm just trying to get a hang of this lifestyle and this diet, so I'm going to stick with this, and maybe down the road, I'll start looking for more organic options, but for now it fits our budget, and I feel great, and I'm still here. I haven't died or anything or had any health issues because of eating a lot of non-organic produce. So yeah, so that's it. I think this is long enough. I think it's jam-packed with information and about my experience the past 2 months on this lifestyle. If you have any other questions, let me know down below, and I will answer you back, and maybe I'll include that type of question in next month. But yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.